Amazon almost didn't make it. Wall Street said it was doomed. Its stock once lost 90% of its value. And yet today, it's worth over $1 trillion, powering everything from your grocery run to the internet itself. How did Jeff Bezos go from a cramped garage with a few desks and a dream to building one of the most powerful companies the world has ever seen? This is the story of Amazon's rise, struggles, controversies, and unstoppable expansion, a journey that's far crazier than the one-click checkout we all take for granted. The Genesis, a Wall Street whiz kid's vision. Our story begins in New York. Jeff Bezos was a rising star on Wall Street, working at hedge fund D.E. Shaw as a senior vice president. He had the money, the career, the future laid out for him. But Bezos wasn't satisfied. He spotted a report that the internet was growing at 2,300% a year. Most people ignored it. Bezos saw the future. In 1994, he quit his cushy job, packed a car with his wife Mackenzie, and drove cross-country to Seattle. His idea? An online bookstore. One small niche in a world where e-commerce barely existed. He called it Amazon, after the largest river in the world, because he dreamed it would one day be the largest store in the world. But Bezos was about to find out that building a store on the internet in the 1990s wasn't just ambitious, it was nearly impossible. The humble beginnings, garage days. Amazon's first office? A small garage in Bellevue, Washington. Forget fancy tech campuses. This was a place with a door for a desk, a wood-burning stove, and a couple of employees who literally packed books by hand. Orders trickled in, and the tiny team raced to keep up. Every ding of a new order was celebrated. By 1995, Amazon.com officially launched. Within its first month, it was selling books to customers in all 50 states and 45 countries. Momentum was building, but Bezos knew books were just the start. What he didn't know? His little bookstore was about to face its first life or death test. The dot-com bubble, from boom to near bust. By the late 1990s, the dot-com boom was in full swing. Investors were throwing money at internet companies, and Amazon rode that wave. In 1997, Amazon went public with its IPO, raising $54 million. Bezos told investors he cared more about growth than profit, something Wall Street hated. When the bubble burst in 2000, dozens of dot-coms collapsed. Amazon's stock price plunged nearly 90%. Analysts mocked it as Amazon.toast. But Bezos doubled down. Instead of chasing profits, he reinvested in infrastructure, technology, and above all, customer obsession. And then came the move that would transform Amazon forever, turning it from a store into a platform. Reinventing retail, the marketplace Gambit. In 2000, Amazon launched Marketplace, letting third-party sellers list products. At the time, it looked risky. Why would Amazon invite competition onto its own site? But it was genius. More sellers meant more products, which meant more customers. Amazon didn't just sell things, it became the place where the world came to shop. The company also pioneered innovations like one-click ordering, customer reviews, and personalized recommendations. Things we take for granted today were radical ideas back then. But even with these wins, Bezos wasn't done. He was about to tie millions of customers into the Amazon universe with one move that looked insane at the time. Building an ecosystem, Prime and Kindle. In 2005, Amazon launched Prime. For $79 a year, members got unlimited 2-day shipping. Wall Street thought it was a money pit. But Prime changed shopping forever. It wasn't just shipping, it was a loyalty machine. Prime members spent far more, and Amazon kept adding perks: movies, music, cloud storage. Then in 2007, Amazon released the Kindle, disrupting publishing the same way it disrupted bookstores. Suddenly, your entire library fit in your pocket. But Amazon's biggest moneymaker wasn't books, or Prime, or even retail. It was something hiding in plain sight, powering the very internet itself. The unseen powerhouse, AWS. While building its retail empire, Amazon created huge internal systems to handle traffic and storage. In 2006, they realized, why not rent this out to other businesses? That's how Amazon Web Services, AWS, was born. At first, few understood its potential. Today, AWS powers Netflix, Zoom, Airbnb, governments, and startups. It's Amazon's profit engine, funding experiments everywhere else. But while AWS printed money, Amazon was about to stumble hard in one of its rare public flops. Failures, flops, and controversies. In 2014, Amazon launched the Fire Phone. It bombed spectacularly, costing the company hundreds of millions. But from its ashes came a breakthrough, the Alexa voice assistant, which would define the smart home era. Still, not every controversy was so harmless. Reports of harsh warehouse conditions, the 2015 New York Times expose on Amazon's grueling corporate culture, antitrust investigations in the US and EU, union battles like the one in Staten Island in 2022, Amazon's image as a ruthless giant began to take shape. And yet, while critics grew louder, Bezos made a bold move that shocked the grocery industry. Relentless expansion, Whole Foods, streaming, and HQ2. In 2017, Amazon acquired Whole Foods for $13.7 billion, planting its flag in physical retail. Meanwhile, Amazon Studios went from quirky experiments to producing Oscar-winning films and binge-worthy series, pulling Prime deeper into our lives. That same year, Amazon announced plans for a second headquarters. The HQ2 bidding war saw cities across America offering billions in incentives to lure Amazon. It was a spectacle and a reminder of Amazon's political and economic power. But behind all this expansion, a personal shift was brewing inside Amazon's leadership. A new era. Bezos steps aside. In 2021, Jeff Bezos stepped down as CEO, becoming executive chairman. His focus shifted to his space company, Blue Origin, and philanthropy. Leadership passed to Andy Jassy, the man who built AWS into a global powerhouse. Jassy inherited a company at its peak, but also one facing intense scrutiny. And as Amazon looks ahead, the question becomes, can it keep dominating forever? The road ahead, Amazon's future. Today, Amazon is pushing into AI, robotics, drone delivery, and healthcare. From cashierless Amazon Go stores to drone drops, it's still chasing day one, Bezos' mantra for staying innovative. But challenges loom. Regulators, competitors, worker pushback, and public skepticism about its size and influence. The story of Amazon isn't finished. It's a story of ambition, failure, reinvention, and relentless expansion. And if history has shown us anything, it's this: never bet against Amazon.